all of the doom and gloom we've had with the Lincoln. So this has all been rebuilt once, and cylinder heads back on, pistons back in, filled it up with water, left it for 10 minutes. There's water pouring in through the valve seats.
Pouring in,
not a dribble, pouring in. So these are inserted in, yeah? You can't see it now, but they're what's called valve inserts. So they're machined in there. No, you can just about see that one there, look. Yeah? So that's the hardened material that the valve seat's been pressed in, then you face the block off. Now last time the company pressed them in, bearing in mind we had a lot of trouble with these blocks leaking water because they're old, worn out. So it's had all new liners put in, you can see those there.
How old is the block, or how old is the car?
1932.
Okay.
Lots of cracks in it, I mean, not necessarily the engineer's fault, but it should have been checked and it should have been sorted out.
Yeah.
Which it wasn't. So hence me throwing my toys out the pram and other people throwing their toys out the pram. So what it was doing, you could see it leaking down through the guides from the water jacket into these ports here, especially this one, whichever way round it was. I can't remember which block was which now. So it's been off for some sort of chemical treatment, I'm not quite sure what. So somewhere that looks like it's had some sort of chemical added, doesn't it?
Something's happening now.
Yeah, but they guaranteed me that they've water tested it, pressure tested it, and it's all good. So you can only take their word for it. I can't do any more than that. So the first thing to do is you've got to put all your valves back in, which is over there. So they're all your valves. Got to refit them, all the springs, all the collets, all the keepers. Then you've got to mount the blocks onto the lower block, the aluminium lower block. So they go on there. Then now I've fitted that exhaust, it's a right pain in the arse, but there's a cover plate in there. You have to rotate your engine, then you can set all your tappets.
Yeah.
To the 4th thou all the way along. So both of those in, then your pistons go in. You could check it first by putting the cylinder heads on, yeah, and filling it out with water.
Yeah.
But it is a bit of false economy, realistically. You got to take their word for it that it's not going to leak.
Yeah.
So once the barrels are on, and you've got to pass the con rods up through, put the pistons on, put it all back down again on this side, then do the same again that side. Yeah, it's just I don't want to do it again, but I've got to. So ain't got a lot of choice, have you?
At least you know what you're doing.
I do know what I'm doing. Don't like it, but I've still got to do it. But
It's not deja vu, isn't it?
yeah. So that's got to be done. So that's my rest of the week job.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tune in next time to see.
Watch this space.
That's it.
If it leaks, then just look out for a mushroom cloud. I shall kill people. Right, just for our records, they've done some sort of chemical sealing process on it. Now that was not there before. So they've either dropped it, it's rolled over, it hit something on a bench, and they filled it up with a chemical metal, but that's proud. You don't want anything sticking proud anywhere on a head gasket face.
And that is gonna not seal, you reckon, the head gasket?
It probably would crush up, but it's not the point. It shouldn't be there. So that I'll have to get back out, sand it back down flat or whatever. It's not a crack. They've just rolled over, they've dropped it on something. And there's certain marks on this that were there before, but
It should be.
see, I can feel that now. I'm not holding my breath on it. That only just one set of points, it's smooth on. Okay, just turn her off a minute. Right, ignition back on. Okay? Yeah. Handbag. at that. Hooray!
So last time we were looking at the block and the potential crack and inclusions on it, and you were just about to put it back in the car to see if there's any leaking.
Yeah, so fitted the blocks in, didn't fit any of the manifolds at all, fitted your 2 cross pipes, filled it up with water, left it overnight, couldn't see anything in the inlet ports, put the camera down the bores, couldn't see anything in there, had a slight leak on the cylinder head that side and a slight leak on the water pipe that side, so cracked the head down again, left it overnight because you don't want to put this thing together if it's leaking, because it's a ball ache, an awful lot of work.
Yeah.
So then made the decision to go for it as such.
Yeah.
So nailed it all back together. It fired up pretty easily, really, didn't it, Rob?
It did, yeah.
Bit of a fuel leak, but I'm happy. It overheated. It got hot because it had a big airlock in it.
Is that normal, is it?
Yeah, on a big old engine like that, because it's from down there. The bottom of the radiator is lower than the blocks. So all it did was just do a great big belch, blew all the water out again.
Will it clear itself? Not you don't have to do anything. It will actually.
No, you have to leave the radiator cap off and let it blow all the air out. Plenty of heat in that downpipe now. Plenty of heat in that one. Plenty of heat in the bottom hose, so the water's circulating now.
Yeah.
Which is what you need, because if there's an airlock in it, it won't circulate. And because this isn't really what you'd call a positive pressure system, it's more of a thermosiphon. It has got a water pump, but they're not very efficient.
Right.
So you need to get the air out of it, which it seems to have done, and that's now been running. How long has it been running? 20 minutes?
About that, I reckon.
It's on just under 140, so that's nowhere near hot. But it's a bit lumpy, a bit missy, so I need to study the carburettor again, because some early cars, normally on a carburettor, yeah, you screw your mixture screws in,
Yeah.
and that weakens the mixture.
Yeah.
But on some early stuff, you screw them out. It works back to front, so you've got to establish what's what. Yes, you can do it by ear, and if it's running right, and also I think it needs the points setting up properly, because bearing in mind it's been sitting here 2.5 years and it didn't run when I first had it here properly, so we don't know.
Yeah.
So basically we know it's not leaking, it's not sucking air, it's not blowing water out everywhere, there's no leaks underneath, no oil leaks, no water leaks. So now it's literally start again. We know it works.
Yeah.
Tune it up now.
So we're a lot further forward than we were last time.
Oh hell yeah, shitloads. Shitload. This is like a day's worth of pissing around now trying to get it running right.
Right.
As opposed to, oh shit, I've got to put the whole thing together again.
Yeah.
You know. But it fired up straight away, instant 30 psi oil pressure, which is always good and always a worry on an old engine. It's got a big hole in the exhaust pipe down there that needs welding up. But it is running rich. And then I've got to put all the bits of the interior back in that have been taken out, like to mend the windscreen wipers and...
Easy peasy stuff.
Well, it's a lot
In
easier than that
comparison.
engine. A lot easier than that engine, yeah.
Oh, what relief, huh?
Oh, yeah, and so.